Alright, so we're talking about the stations on here that are just monitor stations. Look at this. I'm on 15 meters. Look at all this. Now, I made a bunch of calls. I started calling somebody, but this thing has some like automatic auto TX. I started calling a different station, and then sometimes it'll change. So what we'll do, we'll sit here, we'll pop around here, and wait till we'll go here to this one. They don't like it when you give them your grid either. I'm only doing 10 watts, so probably won't come back to me. They got a negative 22 signal, which is pretty crappy. But sometimes conditions are not even. So usually what I do is I skip the first. I'm trying to remember how you do that here. You can just click skip grid. And just give them a signal report. Because if they're negative 22, that's pretty crappy. You're going to be lucky to make contact. Especially if the band's moving around. Let's go ahead and update the map. Look at that. Can't get a call anywhere. And when you can see, we really only have 2 or 3 stations calling. W3 IDT. -3, that one's going to be easy. Somebody else is calling them. It should kick me off, but it doesn't. And it kicks me off when I don't want it to, but when it should, it doesn't. Anyway, there's really only a couple of stations on here. The rest are all fake. The way you can tell that, you see all those, but you'll only see maybe a couple here calling CQ. Only a couple. There's like no more than like 4 on here. The K3MM, KB9ELS, and then you see an N8CDY, and that's about it. And the rest are other contacts being made back and forth. And every time I call somebody, somebody else is calling them. So it's okay. We'll turn that off. When somebody actually called me, and I don't really think that I ever called them. I don't like it when that happens and you don't have your TX on, because it means you started to transmit and it's not going to be a full cycle. So now I got to manually go in here, probably. W3 IDT. I don't think I ever called them. Maybe I did. If I did, it was a long time ago. No, I did. Okay, that's cool. So, but my point is that most of those stations aren't really on there. They look like they are, but they're not real stations. They're Kiwi SDRs. They're monitoring stations. They're people that aren't even on there. They're not at the radio. They're, you know, I don't know what. Should I get this contact logged? So, you could sit here all day long, operating portable, and make no damn contacts. You actually, you've got to call other people. You can't just sit there and transmit. They're not going to answer you. They're assuming that you can't hear them or whatever. I don't know what it is, but that's definitely been my experience. If you just sit there and call, nobody answers. You have to actually go call the other people that you can hear. So I have a little game I like to do. I like to go and get a confirmed contact on every single band. And then you do the 12 days of QRZ. And I try and get every band, every day. I've already missed a week. I got one on 80 yesterday, or the day before. But anyway, yeah. Ooh, swap meet. Mars mod. Talk to aliens. I think I would try another one. We're just waiting for the confirmation. But yeah, I mean, I'm making contacts. It was before it just was getting spotted on the PSK reporter map, and that was it. So this is another thing too. It prompts you to log the contact, but see, look, he keeps sending me a signal report because he can't hear me. So you can't log that contact until it goes through. And then, even though you've made contact with them, they'll reject your call because they didn't get the 73. See, here we go again. What I have to do is I come in and I go, okay, all right, fine. I'll give you 50 watts. Because I know that your 10 watts is difficult. And you can't do this very many times before they quit trying. In fact, I'm probably already too late. We'll see. One more time. Okay, for 50 watts. And then that time we got it. So there you go. But, you know, if he just stopped calling and I logged the call, 9 times out of 10, they would have they'll reject your call. Because it's not in their log. This is why I log as I go along. I do not want to pull out my log. Look, I've already worked this guy a bunch of times. And he obviously doesn't confirm. A lot of people don't. So that's why it's a challenge to try and get a confirmed contact on every band. Especially if you're out there portable.